They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made at
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Justin Tucker to kick off for.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Hey, Rocket! Jump! Switch! Hey, I'm gonna go load it!
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Hines. And some room to work. There he goes, right side. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play that time for the Colts. Give him 53 yards on the ground. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, watch 28. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch twist. Load it.
Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. that was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Rivers. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Blankenship on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
He's brought down at the 30.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
First down, Ravens.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
The tackle there by George Odom. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Jackson on target to Brown for a Ravens first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. They'll try and run with Ingram. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Score, Ravens 12, Colts 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Easy, easy. Check three, check three, check three. Check. Q. He's mine.
On 1st down, it's Hines. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Rivers on 1st down. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Now it's Hines. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
He's tackled
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
47's the mark, boys, 47. Check, 47. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Hey,
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that'll be incomplete.
Rivers
Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
He's telling you got 3 down. 31's the mark. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Load it. Check, load it. We got motion. Back up.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. 12-3 your score after 1 on EA Sports.
12, Colts 3.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
This pass into the arms of Snead. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Taken down by
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And a Raven first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
He's taken down at the
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You can't block me. You can't block.
From the gun, Rivers. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell. And down inside the 15 he goes. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role. when they create a turnover like that.
A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. To throw, Rivers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First
from the 32 now. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Rivers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47.
First down, Rivers. The toss here completed to Pittman. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
And inches at the 47-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut the lead down to 15. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. 17
yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
46-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Gain of 12.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Now he'll escape to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nick Boyle, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
Nyheim Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime?
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action.
Let's go! Let's go!
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Taken in the end zone. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He was taken down at the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
They run again with Hines. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A second down throw for Rivers. He'll let it go deep for Foster. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Blankenship out for the point after.
Extra point.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Colts 17. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for India.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Switzer now to return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a first and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
For Baltimore.
Kari Willis there to bring him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
11 on the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Rivers, sack.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Rivers taken in by the tight end Doyle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Keep it skinny. 57 the mic, 57 the mic. Here we go, D.
From the gun, Rivers. And he'll find Pittman. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Load it. Load it. Hey, Delta!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return is Hines. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Hines on the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another... And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 6.
Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now Brissett on 4th down. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
The 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Brissett again.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big...
And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Indy. 42 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
They'll let Taylor try and run. They're going to try and run. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
39. Colts 23. Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. 20. There he goes, right side. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check it back.
Here's Jackson to throw. Open man is Duvernay. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
At the 43-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return is Hines. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Easy, easy.
Check line 47. Check line 47. Come up the wall. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Load it, load it.
47's the mark, boys. 47. Check, check.
Rivers now. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Rivers.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Down back at the 36-yard line.
Now Rivers. And he's going to go down again.
Phillip Rivers.
Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Ravens 46.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Colts, changes could be in the air as they fall to 0-8 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.